record on this computer. Okay, hi everyone. This is Amir Anzor on Saturday, the 20th of February, 2021. I am joined by Zorain Kazmi, who's one of my students who signed up for the Webpreneur 101 course. And we're just having a coaching session. So let's see how this goes. And basically what I do with these is just work individually with students and see how I can help them. So already the great things about Zorain, he joined a couple of weeks ago. One thing I suggested is he didn't have his Zoom ID saying the words Zorain Kazmi. It used to say ZK or something, but now first thing you should do is have your when you come on Zoom, have your name on your displayed properly. So mine says Amir Anzor, so that when you go on meetings, people know what to do. Then the other thing was that he wasn't coming on video. So a lot of students that I have, especially from Pakistan, especially from like Middle Eastern countries, they often very shy about coming on video. And the thing is that people buy from people that they are that are more human. So the more human you can make yourself, the more people are likely to buy from you. And so I spoke with Zorain last week and said, could you come on video? And then he came on mobile, and this time he's even upped the game a bit more, become more professional by coming on his computer, because then you can see a steady background, so it's not moving around. And then even if you notice his background, he's even updated his background. And so it's just a very professional thing, right? So what I do, like even in my background, I try to tidy up. Even right before this meeting, it was a little bit messy. I tidied up a little bit, but I could have done a bit more. But I have my books in the background or whatever it is that you want to do and display. And so these are just little tips. And then also last week, our call was supposed to start at 11 a.m. London time, and he turned up at 11:04, right? And what I was saying to my students was turn up early. Turn up at least 5 minutes early to the call, even if it's background noise, because that way you can connect to the professor, you can connect to your other classmates or your work colleagues or whoever it is. And also if there's a last minute problem with your computer, for instance, your computer freezes, you can restart your computer and then join in at the right time. And so this is what he's done. And then you should put your phone on flight mode like this, so that you don't get interrupted during the call, especially if you're presenting. Maybe not as important if you are doing this. If you are one of the attendees and it's not as important for you to attend. But yeah, so do try to put your phone on flight mode so that you won't be interrupted, and especially if you're recording a call like I am now. And then, this is what I'm teaching about the internet economy. It's about scaling your ideas, right? So what I have is one student, but there's like when I'm picturing teaching Zorain, it's like teaching 100 students or 1,000 students. I have the same knowledge to pass on to them. So it's just getting that word out and then recording it. So if you are like I pay for Zoom software, so I'm paying the premium. It's about $15 a month, and so with that, it allows me to record, and it records a version on the cloud or on my local computer. I usually record on my local computer, and then I just upload it to a website, mindGigs now, our channel, so youtube.com/mindGigs, and this is how we do it. Now, over time, what I want to do is really teach my students how to be professional and earn money, right, in this economy. So be in the top 1% of earners. So now myself, I've managed to become a 1% earner from having started from zero, literally from zero, in the UK, in the United Kingdom, becoming a 1% earner. Then in the United Arab Emirates, becoming a 1%, top 1% earner, being new to the country and everything. And then also in Pakistan, where I went, because I wanted to see if I could help alleviate poverty. And, I'm originally from Pakistan, a British-born Pakistani. And so I went from zero to becoming a top 1% earner. Now, it happened through a series, like it didn't happen overnight. And each of these times I had to start from zero, having no contacts, no connections, and building my own way through. But, this is what I hope to impart that knowledge on you now, so you can learn that. And by the way, this is me turning on my ring light, which if you just notice at this moment, my face just got a little bit lighter. And this is a light that I have at the back of my screen, so that it brings in a little bit more professionalism. So anything you can do to bring in professionalism to the to this is great. Now I'm 44 years old actually tomorrow, so 21st of February is my birthday, 1977, and I was around before computers and internet really became a thing. So in high school, we didn't really use internet. When I went to university in the University of Manchester, UK, in 1995 was when I got my first email address, and I did computing in school. So I learned about databases in school. So computers were around, but internet wasn't really a thing. And I have done business the old way, door to door, knocking, picking up the phone, calling people. And now I'm learning, and now I've learned how to do business through the internet, and which is a lot more leverageable, a lot more scalable. You can connect to people all around the world. Now, Zorain, how old are you?
Sir, I am 18 now.
You're 18 years old, right? And where are you based?
In Wakant, near Islamabad.
Wakant in Islamabad. Now, near Islamabad, how far from Islamabad?
Approximately half an hour.
Okay, perfect. So, basically, I am able to. I'm sitting here now in London as I speak, and this. I've traveled so much in the last, well, pretty much all my life I've traveled, and I've lived pretty much in a different house on average out of my 44 years. Every 18 months, I probably moved houses, right? So that's probably about 20, at least 20 to 25 places that I've lived. And I counted, it's something like 13 cities that I've lived in, like Dublin, Ireland, Las Vegas, US, Los Angeles in the US, Sydney, Australia, Karachi, Pakistan, Peshawar, Pakistan, Islamabad, Pakistan, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, so different places around the world. And I've now really excited to be able to share that knowledge with a lot of people. Now, Zorain, have you traveled outside Pakistan?
No, sir, not.
Okay,
no.
Perfect. So a lot of my students haven't, right? And I have had that privilege of having traveled around the world. And as I said, he's 18 and I'm 44, which is, what is that, 26 years difference? So there's 26 years of knowledge that I want to compress in as short a time as possible. Yes. Basically, what I want to do is help him get to his goals faster. Now, one of the other things that we had was, like, when we spoke initially, how confident did you feel in your English?
When I start your lectures from very beginning, I have no idea of speaking English and zero confidence about it.
Yes, and what when I asked you to rate your English 1 to 10, what did you rate yourself?
30 to 40.
30, like 3 to 4, right?
Yes, sir.
Out of 10. And
3
now,
to
how would
4.
you rate your English?
Now I rate my English 6 to 7.
Yeah, perfect. And in total, how many times have we spoken?
A lot, few more Zoom
I
meetings.
would say 3 times, right? You've been on
Yes,
my
sir.
call 3 times maximum.
3 times.
So like that's 3 hours maximum. So you went from
Right.
having an English of 3 to 4, let's say 3.5, to having a 6.5,
Right.
right? That's
Right.
already 3 levels of English above in only 3 hours. Now, what was the key difference that has boosted your English improved your English in 20%?
The main reason about it is motivation that you have given me through the whole time. You told me that I am not very bad at English, and that's all.
What was going through your head? Why did you feel that you were bad at English?
Because I haven't spoken someone through a lot of time and no idea about it, no confidence.
Perfect. And your studies, what language are they in? What are you studying at the moment?
I am now start my graduation.
No, before graduation, you were doing FSC or what were you?
Yes,
And FSC,
FSC.
meaning how many subjects? How many subjects are there in that?
A lot in English, just 2 subjects in Urdu.
Okay, so mostly it's in English.
6 to 7 English subjects.
Perfect.
Yes.
Like, so mathematics is taught in English? Like,
Yes, sir.
what are your courses that were in English?
Mathematics, physics, English. That's
So the course books are in English?
English, but our teacher mostly prefer to speak in Urdu.
Okay, perfect.
So that all student can understand.
But the point is that when you were reading English, you had to understand English in order to do this, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, the challenge that happens in a place like Pakistan is that the students, they know English, they read English because they have to for their schools, and they watch. Do you watch movies in English?
Yes, sir.
Like what?
I spend a lot of time on Netflix.
Okay, Netflix. What's your favorite movie these days? What's a good show?
I have completed 2 seasons of Flash.
Okay.
Money Heist.
Okay. Yeah.
And a lot more.
Perfect. And when you're watching Money Heist, how much do you understand of that out of 10?
Mostly I understand.
Out of 10, how much?
I think 9.
Yeah, so 9, right? So you basically understand English, right?
Yes, sir. Sure.
And when you're reading a textbook for your physics or something, which, like, if it's not so technical, how much of that do you understand?
I understand English a lot, but I have problem in speaking.
Yes, and this is where I come in, right? Because what I do is, first of all, now I only teach in English. Like, even my staff, I only speak to them in English, right? So when people work for me, although I speak Urdu, and I oftentimes I would even prefer speaking in Urdu so I can practice, but I only speak in English because then it forces them to speak in English. And once they're forced to speak in English, they pick it up, right? Now,
Right.
this is the other thing that I do is I help my students get freelancing jobs, yes? And the reason for that is it improves their English even further and it teaches them to be professional, right? So
Right.
like right now you are paying to study. You paid me to become a student. You're paying your teachers at school, etc. But once you start working, you're getting paid, but also you're making a living. You're also continuing to learn, and then many times you're learning even more than when you are working for your when you are learning from a teacher. Because when you are learning from a teacher in a classroom, a lot of times it's passive. You don't know where you're going to use this knowledge, right?
Right.
When you are when you are working for a client and they're showing you how to make money or money's on the line and it's a real business and you're doing marketing or you're building a website for them, you know that if you don't make it work, that they're going to lose money. And and if you help them make more money, you'll get a bigger bonus, you'll grow your business, client will be satisfied, they'll leave you a good satisfaction on your Fiverr or Upwork account, and you'll grow. But when you're doing it, just, if a teacher just gives you a classroom project and you do it and you don't deliver such a good job. I mean, I've been a teacher in universities, and I don't really know if someone's done a good job or not. The market can decide, right? Or the client can decide. So
Right.
this is what I encourage people to do as quickly as possible. Now, already what I feel is in just these 3 or 4 weeks that we work together, you're ready for that professionalism to go to that level. Now, right now, you're learning a skill. So one of the key things to do is learn a skill. Yes, if you want to make money, learn a skill. So, for instance, what I would say is the skill that is to pick anything. I mean, what we discussed was you would go on to Upwork and see what skills were in demand. Did you have a chance to do that for Python?
Yes, sir, I have done that.
Okay, what did you discover in this last week? What was your homework last week, and what did you discover in this
I
week?
have researched on Upwork and I have come to know that just Python can't be that more professional. When we combine Python with the data science and artificial intelligence, it increase our work and demand,
Okay, perfect.
and also in data security, data analysis.
Look, there's infinite things that you can get into, right?
Yes, sir.
What I would
Right.
say is you just want to get your foot in the door and start working somehow as well, and then keep learning the skills. A lot of my students have become multimillionaires, like dollar millionaires, and a lot of in Pakistan have become, let's say, millionaires in Pakistani rupees, right? Earning that in months.
Right.
Now, what they have done is they have they have gotten that thirst for knowledge, right? And when you get that and you get that confidence in yourself, then you become unstoppable, right? Because everything is online, right? Everything is on YouTube, everything is on Udemy, everything is on Coursera. You can learn any of this stuff, and you don't need to go through courses and courses and courses because you're going to forget all that stuff, right? So I would suggest that if you just start with Python, and then, once you've done Python, maybe start to go on Upwork, research a bit on how you can create a profile, how you can be professional, how you can take on a small project, do it at a very cheap rate. And even if you have to refund the money, say to the guy, look, if you're not satisfied, I'll refund the money. It doesn't matter. You're getting practice, right? Because right now you are living with your parents, I'm assuming, right? You don't have
Right.
financial responsibilities. So you just need to get that skill, right? So hopefully though you will make money, which will be, have you made any money online yet?
No, sir, not yet.
Zero, right? So for
Zero.
me, like the most exciting part is I get messages from my students that tell me they made their first dollar online, right? And once you make that first dollar online, that's 150, 60 rupees, right? Like then that's a mind shift, right? Because
Right.
instead of spending money, you spent money with me, but instead of spending money, you're then beginning to um, receive money. And once you can make $1, that means you can make $10. Once you
Right.
can make $10, that means you can make $100, right? And then once you can make $100, you can go to 1,000. Uh, um, uh, so this is how that journey will go, right? And then also sometimes you'll start making $5,000 a month, and then the next month you'll start making 2,000 a month. So it's not always, it doesn't always go like, you're gonna make $1, and then next week you're gonna make 10, and then next week you're gonna make 0, right? So like it's not a straight line. It's a messy, squiggly line, right? And so we will have that. So now, I started teaching online in 2009, and now like it's become easier than at any point in history, right? Because with Zoom, like there used to be another technology called WebEx, and people had to download. But now, because of the pandemic, COVID, everyone's used to Zoom. Everyone's used to now online teaching. Everything has just gotten so much easier. And in 10 years' time, things will be even easier, right? So you just need to
Right.
be ahead of the curve and always be thinking, how do I become the top 1%? Because when you become the top 1%, people pay a lot more for your time. Yes? So you have to work harder than your competitors, right? This is capitalism. Yeah. If you work harder, you will get paid more, and you will earn more. Yes. And you get
Right.
better. And the more hours you put in coding, if you are a developer that works, let's say you work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week, right?
Right.
I've done those hours, and if not more, right? 9 a.m. so that to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. So that's 12 hours times 7. That's 84 hours a week. Yes?
Yeah.
If you do those types of hours, and let's say you take 4 weeks vacation, so you do it for 48 weeks, that's 4,032 hours. Yes?
Yes.
4,032 hours of work a week, a year. Now let's assume that another person is doing 8 hours a week, 8 hours a day. So that 8 hours means 9 a.m. till 5 p.m.
To 5.
Like let's say it's 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. with 1 hour lunch break. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's say 8 hours times 5 days a week. That's 40 hours a week times 48 weeks as well. They're doing 1,920 hours in that 1 year. Yes. And you've done 4,032 hours. Yes. So you are basically learning in 1 year what they're learning in 2 years. Yes.
Right.
And that means that in 5 years, you will start earning what they earn in 10 years. Yes.
Right.
And then, but the thing is that it doesn't work like that. In 10 years, it's not that you will earn what they've earned in 20 years. In 10 years, you'll earn what they've earned in 30 years because you'll be that much better than them, or even 40 years. Yes? Because there's an exponential curve that happens. because one developer can be better than 10 other developers. Yes, I've had developers that have gone on to work for me and then gotten offered entry-level jobs at Facebook for $200,000 a year, right? And they've started from Islamabad, yes? And they've gone on to Silicon Valley, and that's the starting salary for a software engineer in Silicon Valley for a developer. So if you become the best, and if you work the ethic, right, that means sacrificing Facebook time, right? Like it's just endlessly scrolling on Facebook, just looking at people's pictures and commenting. It means avoiding politics and discussing politics and religion and all this, like to focus on, you know, creating wealth, right? Which is your skill. So like if you're doing politics and you're supporting one party or the other, or Trump or Biden or whatever, your chances are you're not making money. Yes. You don't need to watch most of the news media. It's gossip, it's corrupting your mind. Yes. Instead, get into your industry. So if you're into Python, what are some of the good sites that you can learn about coding for Python?
Udemy.
Yeah.
I think it's the best site to learn Python.
How much was the course that you did on Udemy on Python? How much did you
It's 100 days course.
No, how much was it money-wise?
1200 rupees.
Yeah, perfect. PKR 1200 to USD. That's $8, right? That's going to be the best $8 or 1200 rupees that you've ever spent, because it starts your career.
Right.
Yes. So, like, how much of that 100 days are you through?
I have completed 15% of that course.
Okay. So, if it says 100 days, you could do it in 30. You could even probably do it in 20 days, you know? So like, depending, what are your other commitments right now, time commitments in your week? Well, what is taking up your time?
University classes.
Okay. How much university classes do you have?
It's different. On Monday, I have 2 classes.
Yeah.
From 8 to 12:30 p.m.
Okay.
And on Wednesday, I have completed last class on 4:30 p.m.
Okay.
From 8 to 4:30 p.m.
And Tuesday?
Tuesday, 2 p.m. approximately.
And what are you studying? What kind of courses?
Software engineering.
Okay, so they're teaching you relevant stuff, right? That's your.
Yes, sir.
And what about like after 4 p.m.? Are you free?
Yes, sir. I am free.
Okay, so after 4 p.m., let's say after 5 p.m., you're free. Yes? And then, any other commitments?
No, sir.
So 5 p.m. till 10 p.m.,
Yeah.
you can work, right? I would say even 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. you could work. Yeah?
Right.
That's 6 hours. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
And then if you work another extra day on a Saturday, basically if you do 6 times 6, that's 36 hours. That means basically you can work like a full-time job equivalent.
Yeah.
Yes?
Full-time.
You have that time to take on a full-time job with your studies. Yes? So you can do it, and your studies won't suffer, because you will become more focused in your studies, right? Now, what happens is, you know, an average American makes $45,000 a year, and an average Pakistani makes $1,500 a year. Yes? So they make over 30 times more what Pakistanis are making. Now, the thing is, if you go to a university in the US, you'll see that most of them work. A lot of the students are working. They're in the cafeteria, they're working at Burger King, because education is expensive, right? How much is your education? How much are you paying for your fees?
For first semester, I paid 1,15,000.
So 115,000 rupees, which is $732.
Yes.
Which university are you going to?
ComSat.
And you pay that twice a year? How many
Yeah,
semesters in a year? Two.
twice.
Wow. See, that is super cheap to get such a great education. And
Right, sir.
I've taught at ComSat, I've taught at NUST, I've taught at IBA, I've taught at all these good universities in Pakistan. And the level that you're getting is pretty much similar to what you would get in the US or UK. Yes?
Right.
So, and you're getting it at a fraction of the cost.
Yeah.
That is the amazing thing. Now, what I would say is yeah, so this now your first goal will be to make $700. Like your first goal is to make $101, then is to make 10, and then is to make $700. Yes, so that you can pay for your fees. I mean, I would still take the money from the parents, but keep the $700 to spend on yourself. Upgrade your equipment. You'll end up spending more money on your courses, more education, all these sorts of things, right? So you'll keep reinvesting that money. But think of yourself as a product, right? That you keep now reinvesting. Yeah. Now look, I had so many different students that I offered this chance to come learn from me, right? And I even said I will give them student loans. Yes. And so many people said, oh, I'll do it. But the ones that took the student loans, they don't take the classes as seriously. Yes, they don't turn up. Yeah.
Right.
The ones that paid, you and there's another guy that paid me, and I haven't really started marketing in Pakistan yet. They take it seriously. The other guy, Barer Ali Hussein, he couldn't make it today, or he's going to make it at the end because he had another appointment. But the idea is you will get out more the more you put in, because I'm already impressed with you that you did the things that I said last week. You changed your name on your Zoom. You made your professional background. Your English is getting better and better every day. And actually, I don't even want to take credit. I just want to say that you're speaking with more confidence, and you're not thinking, you're not second guessing yourself, because you've had years of watching Netflix, don't forget, right? That's years of conversation that you've absorbed, but maybe you haven't had that chance to speak and communicate it yet, right? So that means also you will be able to, like, the biggest economy in the world is the US, right? So the US, one out of every four dollars that's spent around the world. So there's, I think, let me just check how many people are in the world. So population of the world is 7.6 billion people, right? And the population of US is 330 million. Yes. So they are less than 5% of the world, but they spend 25% of the world money, right? So they hold 25% of the world's money, right? If you look at the best brands like Netflix, American, Boeing, American, Tesla, American, Coca-Cola, American, you know, they McDonald's, American, they know how to market, sell, and make money, right? And their products are all over the world. And this is what you will also learn eventually to do. So in the first stage of your development, you're going to learn to become a damn good coder, right? And that means that you could work for a company, like you could work for a company like mine, or work for a company and have a successful career, because not everyone is meant to create their own brand. But if you want to become super successful, then you might create your own company one day, either as a software house or as a brand, software as a product, like software as a service. Like right now, I'm creating mindGigs, which is my software product, right? So that's what I'm investing in. It's an education and a freelancing platform.
Right.
So this is how you will go. Yeah. So what did you discover in your research with Upwork? Like, what is there an opportunity for someone like you to start earning?
Yes, sir. I have talked a lot people who are teaching freelancing,
Yeah.
and anyone who has aimed to become something can earn. It doesn't matter that you have a good profile or not. Once you got any talent, just start with a little and you will become a professional, and this is require a lot time.
Perfect. Perfect. So yeah, yes. So that is great. Yeah. So you can become a professional at it. Yes.
Right.
And do this. So okay. So then, what is going to be your homework between now and next week? What can you do? Because what I want to do is every week you need to be progressing towards that goal.
Right.
The point of having a coach is like, in sports, like tennis, like any sport you can look at, every top athlete has a coach, right? And the coach
Right.
helps them to keep on track, to keep them on their goals, right? And then making sure that every week they get better. So this is like a coaching call for you. What do you think between now and next week that you can do as for yourself as homework?
As you said, I will minimize my social media time, approximately 0.
How much what were you doing on social media before?
Just using Facebook, Insta.
Okay, perfect. And was it anything business related? Could it have helped you, or was it mostly wasting time?
Mostly wasting time,
Okay, yeah. Okay.
and also reduce my sleep time.
Okay, I don't think you need to reduce sleep, but I think, get your 7, 8 hours, right? But uh, because you didn't have something to wake up for, how much were you sleeping before?
8 to 9, I
Yeah,
think.
so like, that's not going to be the end of the world, but like sometimes people sleep in a lot more because they don't have something to get up for. If you follow like Elon Musk, who's founded Tesla and many other companies, he sleeps 6 hours, right? And but a lot of times, even in my life, when I don't have something that I'm looking forward to, I stay in bed longer, like before I get up. So okay, so like, and then what are you going to do, like for your skills or like for your next step?
Speed up my course, sir, and also reading a book from the library.
Okay, perfect. Can you send me the link to your course? Let
Yes,
me
sir, sure.
put it in the chat here. So, are you on your phone or are you on the mobile on your laptop?
On my phone.
Okay. Oh, okay. Then the phone is steadily held. 100
Yes.
Days Python. Yeah, it was called.
Yes, sir. By Angelina.
By Angela Yu. Yeah,
Yes, sir. Angela.
and Dr. Angela Yu. Okay. Wow. Okay. So this is in the UK. Just to let you know, it's £60. So they
Right,
make
sir.
different prices in different countries, I guess. It's not
Yeah, sir. When I buy it, it's on sale, New Year sale.
okay. Okay. Uh, so what you're going to get So if you look at it, the total course is only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe even 11, 12. No, sorry, it's a lot. Okay, there's an hour a day.
Yes, sir. On
Oh,
an hour.
wow. Okay, so portfolio. So if you spend, is she giving you an hour's worth of video? And the other thing that I do is I speed up the videos when I'm listening to them sometimes, right? So I listen to it at 1.5 times speed. I don't know if they do that in Udemy.
Yes, sir. There is a
And or two times speed. Yes, depending on the content. Yeah. So if this is if this is a 100-day course, then you should be able to maximum complete it in 50 days and ideally in 30 days. You know, like you should do 3 days of. I don't know if it's possible because I haven't done this course, but you can do 2 to 3 days a day. Yeah, 7 days a week.
right, sir.
And don't forget, you don't need every single detail and everything because you just need to know it's available and then do that. Yes?
Right.
Yeah. So this will be, so if you do like 2 days a week, 2 days a day, 7 days a week, and you know, Sunday and Monday, Saturday and Sunday, you have more time. The more time you put, and it's about developing these habits. It's about not being distracted by your phone on social media while you're doing the course. You see, like someone interrupts you because the course is coming on.
Right,
Yeah,
sir.
like turn off your notifications on your social media and all these things so you don't get distracted.
Right, sir.
And then it's about putting in that habit of how to be able to focus for a long period of time so you can have that uninterrupted focus on this thing. Yes. And you can yeah, so you can definitely do this. Yes. And this 63 hours, it's 63 hours in total. So basically, if you were doing, you could finish this in 63 hours and 41 minutes. You could finish this in 2 weeks, really. Let's say 3 weeks.
Right.
Yeah. So this is how, if you want to be the top 1% of earners, you have to put in the top 1% of time. Yeah. Because most of your friends your age, they'll be wasting time on social media.
Right.
Yeah. Look, I was teaching about social media 10 years ago. Yes, that it was a great way to make money. But now I'm teaching people get off social media. It's good to have an account there. You know, follow me and send me a friend request and follow me on my social medias. And send me a little note so I know it's you because I've already reached my maximum on Facebook and stuff. But don't use it. You know, like I hardly use it. Yes. So focus on this. There are people that make money on social media, and like I'll be like teaching eventually marketing to you and stuff on social media, how to do marketing through paid ads. But organic reach, like sending, you'll notice if you used to send things 5 years ago, you would have gotten more likes than when you send them now, right? Because less and less people are seeing your posts. Yeah. So that's it. Okay, so perfect. So you're 15% of the way there. What day are you on now?
I
Yeah.
10, I think 10.
Okay, day 10. So hopefully by next week you should be on day 20 minimum,
Yes,
if not more, right?
sure.
And don't forget, you don't have to go through everything in super detail. Just get the gist of it and then get a project and then learn and go back over the things that you need to go through, right? Because she's talking about how to build a snake game and this and that, right? Like, but when you get a project, instead of charging a client 20 hours, let's say you end up working 40 hours, you just charge them for 20 hours, you know? because
Yes.
like that 20 hours you were learning it. So that could be it. Okay, perfect.
Right.
Okay, then let's catch up next week, same time. If there's a change, I will let you know. But I'll also do send this video on to your friends. You'll see this. I'll upload it to the thing because I think many people can benefit from this, right? Because
Right.
everything that you're going through, everyone else should be going through as well. And I'm going to help you become top 1% earner. You have not earned any money yet. And so we're
Yeah.
going to see how long it takes for you to make your first dollar. And right now it's basically the 20th of February 2021, Saturday. And let's see from this date how long it'll take you to make your first dollar, then your first $10, then your first 100, then your first 1,000. Yeah. And your first 1,000 is really the goal, right? Because then once you make your first 1,000, you've paid off a semester. And most people won't be paying off their semester until they graduated from after 8 semesters, right? So,
Right.
so that'll be good. Okay, perfect. Okay, no, look, you have the right attitude. You're doing the right things. You're doing studying. You have all the right things. So you have a lot going for you. I have complete faith that you're going to be super successful. So let's just keep at it and let's get there as quickly as possible. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.